Is learning English fun? Sometimes it can be, maybe. Sometimes it's a pain. But the reason I ask this question is because actually this lesson is about playing games to learn English. And you can look in the book about the rules of these various games to play. But perhaps more interesting than what I wanted to talk about here is just the idea of playing games and having fun and learning something. Some people think those are opposite things or that they are somehow childish. And while playing is largely childish, I suppose, is what we do as children, I think some people think that it's better to just learn grammar and try and memorize words and do all of that, frankly, not fun stuff because that's difficult and not fun. And if you're doing something difficult and not fun, you think you're working because that's the view of work. Work should be difficult. And speaking English is a difficult skill, therefore it shouldn't be fun. If it's somehow fun, then you're not really learning. And I think that's a false belief. Yes, sometimes you have to practice before an exam, or you have to, before an interview, you might have to learn some vocabulary or practice speaking, and it's not particularly fun. It's rather stressful. But actually, just because it's fun doesn't mean it's a waste of time. And I think that's a hard thing to get into people's minds. Some parents of children, they're like, oh, in Eikaiwa, I teach in an Eikaiwa, of course. In Eikaiwa, they just have fun and they're laughing, and it's, you know, this is bad. Are they really learning? They should go to Juku where there's not much laughter, cram schools. And I think that's a false idea. Certainly in learning things like English and communications and humanities, I think there's got to be a lot of fun. And I would suggest probably all kinds of education requires a certain amount of enjoyment. And without the enjoyment and fun, you're not really learning. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, um, said, for all for all children and up to he classed people up to the age of 18. Most of the education should be as close to games and play as possible. And I think he was right. Anyway, so if you can find a game that you enjoy, play it and don't feel guilty if it's encouraging you to speak up and to talk. And like these guys behind me here, to make gestures and speak and communicate, right? That's what it's all about, right? Okay. I've got some questions for you. Let me just find them here. Number one, which of these games looks the most enjoyable? Number two, which of the games helps players improve English the most? And number three, are games an overlooked area of language learning? These questions relate to what's in the book, so have a look in the book. Okay, thank you. I hope you have fun. See you again.